play one game because they were going to be thrown out of the league. They owed the league £3,000, and their normal gate was 150 people. So I signed and I played one game for them. They got 750 people and they paid their debt off, and they're still in the league today. And I retired that way in Britain. Then I retired properly as a professional. I became a manager of five different teams in South Africa. But the one team, Hellenic, our last game, well, the story it goes was at Christmas time, this chairman in South Africa, Greek club, the oldest club in South Africa, Hellenic, phones me up and says, Bruce, can you come out and have a look at the game? I want to see if you can save my team. So they were sitting in 17th position out of 18 teams in the league, and they've only got 4 points out of 14 games. So I went and watched the fifth game, which they got a point. He says to me, can you save my team? I says, yes. So his son says, oh, you're very arrogant. I said, I'm not arrogant at all. I can save this team. Why can you save it? I said, because on paper you've got 9 internationals, African international players. You should never be sitting in this position. Plus 4 of your players are playing out of position. So him and the chairman went away, came back, said, well, we've got 2 games before Christmas. We've got a game on Wednesday and a game on Saturday. How many points can you get me? I said, 4 points. The son says, you easy one on Wednesday, you're going to get 3 points against Classic. And then the Kaiser Chiefs is the big game. Kaiser Chiefs on the weekend, you're going to get 1 point. I said, no, the other way around. He looks at me, why? I said, because I've only got 3 days to coach your team before Wednesday. I'll get you a point there. And on the weekend, I've got the full week after that, then I can work for this Saturday game. Changed 4 positions around in the team. Yes, we got the win in the first one. We were lucky. We got 1 goal and we held on. And then the second game against Kaiser Chiefs, we're playing again in the Greenpoint Stadium, the old one. 25,000 people in the stadium, all Kaiser Chiefs fans, because they want to come see Kaiser Chiefs beat Hellenic. Half time, 0-0. 1-0 to them. So I wait at half time. All the players go off. Our assistant's there, so we have a small walk, take some notes, just get the interaction with him, what he thought. Took my thing. As we walk in the dressing room, he had the chairman and the son shouting, screaming at the players, you're not playing right, you what are you doing? You're rubbish, you should never be playing. My assistant walked in, and then I came in, and I said, excuse me, Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Vice Chairman, if you ever see me come to you, have you ever seen me come to your office and shout at your workers? No. I said, no, that's right, because that is your office. This is my office. These are my workers. And you have got no business to shout at my players. Now get out of my office and go. I threw them out. And all I said to the players is, if you want that every week, carry on and play like you did. He went out and he scored 3 goals, got them 2. We had now gone through the season. I saved them from relegation. So now we're sitting in 4th last place instead of 2nd last place. And 2 teams go down, so we're okay. Last game of the season, we play against Kaiser Chiefs away in Royal Buffett King Palace. We didn't have a goalkeeper. So I signed on for 11, and I played 30 minutes until I went out one-on-one with a player and he cracked two ribs, 0-0, carried off. So I thought, I'll retire now. 25,000 people in the stadium, a dead rope. I take off my boots and I said, oh. And I throw the boots in the crowd. Africans got the boots, and they threw the boot back at me. Because we didn't have any fans, Hellenic fans. There's no Hellenic fans, all Kaiser Chiefs, so they threw the boot back at me. We lost the game 4-1. But that was the second time I retired. And then as a manager for my national team, we played against Cameroon, World Cup, third time when Cameroon went for their third World Cup. And it's funny because every World Cup Zimbabwe has been involved in the build-up to get into the World Cup. The last team we ever played to get into the World Cup is Cameroon. Every single time. It's funny. 3 World Cups campaigns, and you have to play against Cameroon. Call it a bit of a conspiracy? Yes, I've always said it, because Zimbabwe bring fans, and there's big fans, so that both sides make money. But there's always some little scenario. The referee. The referees came from the 6 officials, 3 different games came from one country. So you tell me how that happens in world football. And that's when I retired from managing my team, because I didn't want to have any part of conspiracies and everything in world football. But today I'm still in football in Canada. In 2 years, Canadian national, there will be a Canadian National Professional League, which I'm helping with. And my job is to twin them with a team in Scandinavia, which I've got 2 in Denmark, I've got 2 in Norway, teams that will twin with teams of the Canadian League. And that will enable youngsters from here to go and play regularly in the first team, because we're only allowing 6 foreigners, 3 on the pitch at one time, 6 foreigners, and for our young Canadians to come over and experience in Europe, not playing in the first team, but just playing in the reserves and the academy. And that's how we're going to start the league in Canada. And it's hard, you know, the interaction. Why am I still in football? Who knows? Is it in my blood? Yes. But around the world, you've got to have professional leagues. And to have a world game, a world-class World Cup, you're going to have good teams from around the world. And Canada, second largest country in the world, the largest shoreline, and they're languishing below African countries, below, I think they're in 82nd position, and it shouldn't happen.